Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to take a look at this vacuum cleaner. This is the A10 cordless vacuum cleaner, and the name brand is Supclean. This is this pretty standard. You see a lot of these. It's very portable, lightweight vacuum. This design that's been very popular of recent. And this was sent out to me from an Amazon seller. I'll be a purchase link down in the video description to this product. It's around I think in $120 range, $110, $120. But anyway, this is one of those really cool vacuum cleaners that really easy to use and very portable, like I said. You can see some of the options it mentions here. It has different speeds. Of course, this is rechargeable. And there are several different accessories in here and several filters and such like that that's inside of it. So let me get this box open and we'll take a look at what we all get with it. Okay, so when I open the box, you can see it gives you a little bit more information here. But anyway, you can see here it mentions the telescopic wand LED light and your upholstery tool, 2-in-1 crevice brush. And of course you can hang it on your wall when you're charging it. And then it has mentions here with the cleaning brush there to clean out the inside. And here is where it shows those accessories. The telescopic wand here, 2-in-1 crevice brush, power brush, upholstery tool, cleaning brush, our wall hanging device here to put on your wall so you can hang it. And then of course your power adapter for charging it. Now let's go ahead and just get the stuff out of the box here so we can see. We've got our instruction manual here. And this looks like, just a sort of like a quick start manual, or also says user guide and safety instructions here, but it's probably more of a quick start manual. And here is our stuff. This is probably part of the telescopic part of the telescopic piece there. Here's some of our other accessories. This is our battery pack, the rechargeable battery pack. And here is that brush for cleaning the inside. And here's the main components. We got several dust filters. I believe this is a couple drywall anchors and screws for actually mounting it. Looks like you can also use the 3M adhesive. And then here's more parts. And then our main vacuum itself right here. And there's some more pieces here. This is the main vacuum head, the main for your floor, and our charging wall charger there. What we need to do at this point is just get the vacuum together. I'll show you guys what it looks like assembled as a main vacuum unit, and then we'll get it charged. And then I'm not going to mount it on my wall yet until I know where I want to put it, but we're just going to show you charged up, and then we'll actually use it and let you see, the filter, how much stuff does it pick up, and give you an impression of how well do I think it actually did a vacuum and some carpet. So I'll be back with that in a moment. All right guys, so I have it assembled super easy. It took me like 2 minutes to get the parts out of the little plastic bags and put together. So we're not gonna test it here just yet. I mean, I'll turn on and let you see, but we wanna do some actual vacuuming. But I need to charge it, though I think the battery shows it has quite a bit of charge here. If I lean it up here, and then what we can do is your trigger here starts the motor, and this button back here changes between low and high suction mode. They rate this at 40,000 pascals of suction power, which is supposedly pretty good. But it doesn't sound super loud either, but it doesn't mean it's not sucking really well. That sounds kind of funny to say. But it means it's not gonna be super noisy to use this, which is really nice. But you just hold the trigger here, and there we're going. You can see our battery meter shows it has about 75% power. If I press the button here, it kicks up into higher. So then we just put this down. That's in the high mode. And this is really perfect for vacuuming hardwood floors with that, just gonna long press it here to turn it off with the particular, soft bristles down there. So, but it ought to probably do fine with carpet as well. But yeah, you just slide the battery pack in there and it snaps right into place. So I'm gonna charge it up, and then we will try it out here on some different surfaces and just see how much it captures, because I did mention it had those 2 filters. It actually has 3. There's one already installed. You're supposed to clean it after every time you use it, just so it doesn't clog and you get good suction. But once that filter gets too dirty, you can just replace it with one of the spares that they do provide for you. So let me get it charged, and then we'll get to that portion of the video. Real fast before we get to the actual testing it, just show you how you charge it. Of course, you plug it into the wall, and this is just a little barrel plug here. Is going to plug in right here, and then now it should be charging. And we can see over here we've got the blue flashing lights that it is charging. So we'll let that go till it's fully charged, and then we'll test it out. I did a very brief little test here where I was just going between this area rug and the hardwood floor, and it seems to work just fine. But I'm not, tested to see how much it's actually picking up. So we'll do that. We've got some dirty blue mat over here that has cat hair and stuff. We can try it on that, and we'll see how well this vacuum does. So let's get it charged, and we'll be back with that. Okay, so I got my daughter Katie here. She's going to use the vacuum, and we're just going to vacuum a little section of the carpet here, and then I'll show you how much stuff it did pick up. So go ahead and start it up, Katie. And that's the low rate. Just vacuuming a normal pattern. Now she's switched it to the high suction, which I think is what I would use on carpet, because you're trying to pull up stuff from the fibers. You can tell Katie doesn't really know how to vacuum very well. But if you're on a hardwood floor like we have upstairs, which I can show you some footage of that as well here in a moment. You can probably use low on a hardwood floor because you don't have to worry about, you don't need as much suction power. Now you've gone back to the low rate, Katie. Okay, let's go ahead and stop it, and let's see how much stuff we have in the receptacle there, Katie. Let's just look in the you don't have to undo it. Let's just hold it up. Let's look inside of here. How much stuff do we have inside here? We got too much glare. Let's look on the other side. Can you hold it? Oh yeah, we got quite a bit. Look at all that lint. I don't want to open it up here. Almost looks like a face. I don't want to open it up here and we'll spill it all over the floor. But yeah, let's go upstairs and we'll try it on the hardwood floor, and then I'll show you how much stuff we actually got at the end. Okay, Katie's gonna do the hardwood floor here a little bit. Now, like I said, you can just use, she's got it on the high rate now. In fact, you see the stuff spinning around inside the bin. The only thing I like is the green light. This is really helpful in a darker room like this. It's nighttime now. To be able to see, what you're vacuuming. And Katie is very, very small. She's very petite. Then you can see that this is very easy for her to use. So you don't need to be a large person to be able to use this. It's very lightweight. And that's that mat I mentioned earlier. We're gonna vacuum this blue mat. It's doing a good job because there's a lot of, it's almost like Velcro. The cat hair gets caught up in it. And it's sliding around the floor on Katie. Can you get that cat hair there in the corner, Katie? And it got it. So let's vacuum right here, Katie. See, I'll put my foot on it. Now you might want to go up to high rate on this.
I am on high rate.
Oh, you are in high. Okay, I thought you weren't. It's so quiet that I forget that is in high rate. What happens if you get right in here? Just getting it. You go right over this spot right in here. And see, is it getting that? And it is. Okay, I think it's doing a pretty decent job. What I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna empty it out on the trash can. I'm gonna let you guys see just how much picked up. And this is gonna be just from this quick vacuum here on the hardwood floor and that little bit of the carpet, or yeah, how much stuff it picked up. And the carpet here, it gets vacuumed relatively often. So you can see it wasn't like our carpet was disgusting. You can see just how well it is regardless of picking up stuff. So one moment. Okay, so we're just gonna dump this into the trash can here. So Katie wants to do that. So you're just gonna, this little down here, I think you pull up on it. And you're just gonna, you need to pull this down. And open it up, let me see how much stuff is in it. Oh, that's all poured out. You can see all that big clump of hair and lint.
Oh, there's still more.
There's still some in there, so you want to pull that out. And there we go, that was quite a bit. Now this is where you could also pull the whole mechanism out. Your hair is getting in the way, Katie. We can pull that whole mechanism out and clean that filter, but I'm not gonna, I can see junk in there on that actually. So let's see if we can pull this out. Hold it, Katie, and we'll pull this out. Now look at all this around there. We're gonna pull all that off. Off there. And then we can pull the filter. Can you pull the filter out, Katie? Okay, this is where they say you can clean, but really, I think they're mostly talking about cleaning this. This filter you could clean occasionally, but you really just want to replace it when it gets dirty. But this metal screen on the outside, this is what they actually want you to clean, like we just did. All right, guys, I think that wraps up the review of this A10 vacuum. I think it's pretty darn good, and for the price, this is probably a third the cost of one of the expensive Dysons, but it certainly does a good job for the price. Does it have the suction compared to, here's our Dyson, if I show you guys back here. This is, you know, it's a bigger, it does definitely have more power, I'm sure, but it's a lot more expensive. This is certainly gonna get it done for doing your steps and just some everyday cleaning. I think this is pretty darn good. So there'll be a purchase link down in the video description to this vacuum. You can see again how easy Katie's using this thing, and she's never even seen it before until a while ago. Check that out if you want to pick it up. And while you're at it, be sure to subscribe to the channel. As always, guys, have a wonderful day.